Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We're carrying on at Torment 6 at the moment. We're working on our legendary gems mostly, and also we're trying to get our boots, Nilfgaard's Boast. We need 2 sets, one to go in the cube and one to be nice and ancient for our Legacy of Nightmares setup challenge thing that we're doing with our brother. And for the moment, I've got 3 greater rifts, so we're just gonna run through these and see if we can find some better equipment. Now, of course, with the Firebird set, we have been helping my brother to regain some of his lost levels and stuff. So we didn't get as much progress during Monday Night Gaming as perhaps we would have normally. If we'd already been up at the right level for that. But there's nothing to say that we can't get some reasonable stuff today. Did it actually die? I think it actually died and just vanished. Because, you know, that's totally a thing that humans can do. I had a look at the challenge rift for this week, but I don't think I'm going to have time to learn it properly. So we're going to end up giving that a bit of a miss. This week has been rather busy for me in the general life sense, and very soon we're going to have a way out that my brother and I will be doing as part of Monday Night Gaming. So it could be that Diablo temporarily ends up with a little bit less focus on the channel. I will, of course, still be doing the solo episodes. We do still need to beat him in that challenge. How are we doing with this? Oh, give me a nice groove. So things that we need to find. We need to find the Halo of Arles, we need to find the Traveller's Pledge, we need to find Nilfgaard's Boast. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We also need an ancient Aquila Cuirass. Ideally an ancient Herdmaster's binder. We've got a regular Herdmaster's binder, and we can re-roll it to try and get it a bit better. But ancient would make it perfect for our Legacy of Nightmares build as well. Not to mention just generally improving the stats. I mean, that's as good a reason as any for doing it. I'm a bit curious with Nilfgaard's Boast. So it increases the damage of your meteors, and if the meteors hit fewer than, I think it's 3 mobs, the damage is increased. I'm wondering whether it counts each of those tiny things as a meteor and does their damage calculations separately. Because if it does, then that's awesome, because they've got a reduced radius of what they hit. That will make it significantly more powerful. Consistently. Yeah, good mobs.
Need more time.
Now we're not facing much difficulty with these. We are potentially losing a little bit of health now and then, but nothing that we can't manage. And every time that happens, I think maybe we should be being a bit more efficient. Maybe we should up the difficulty. I think we'll do these 3 at this level. And then, if we get better equipment, we might think about it. Power pylon, awesome. Just, like, completely murder everything without even breaking a sweat. Another thing that I did off camera was I went through and I reallocated my skills for the Legacy of Nightmares build. So that's all ready to go as we get the equipment. We can just go and use the wardrobe, change over, and put the new kit on. Yeah, doing all the logistics off camera does make a lot of sense, and making sure that things are planned out well. At least as well as they can be. I mean, once we've actually got most of the kit, we can start looking to see how it goes. Stab, stab, stab.
Your defenses are nothing. Need more time.
That is, of course, stabbing with arcane torrents. And with the shield pylon, we don't need to worry about the mobs actually hurting us, so we can just like get nice clusters together. It is a pretty efficient way of going, and we still get all the experience for it as well. I think that's something that I miss from games like this is trade-offs. You know, like if you had a shield pile, brilliant, but you don't get any experience while it's going. You still progress through the rift. So there's a benefit to be had for it, but at the same time there's a penalty to consider. I think that that's something that should be more prominent in games like this. And the old Diablo 1, did have some negative affixes. And yeah, it doesn't really appeal to everyone's playstyle, but I think it's a good thing. It's certainly something that should be considered if they plan on doing a Diablo 4. Right, we'll have that. Well, then there's always like the question of weighing up things and balancing them, and is it worth it? And give you the option of making more bad decisions. Now we're going down and round. You guys. Push on. Try and keep the progress nice and quick. Man, it's so fast to kill them once they're burning. And once the difficulty really starts pushing up, the Firebird becomes a lot more like the Impaled Demon Hunter, but with added area of effect damage. Certainly the way I've played it. Once you've got the elite burning, everything else can die while it burns down. Let's not stand directly in the middle of all that fire. That seems like a bad idea. Pop. We've got some boots out of that. That's not amazing.
My name is Ash.
Completely like petrified. Okay, Ashi, let's do this. So we are working on the invigorating gemstone at the moment. 1, 2. Hey, awesome. So now we can start spreading amongst them. Or we could even actually like work on upgrading other ones, but for the moment that's, oh my god, gave us black thorns. That's no good. That is quite thoroughly pants actually. Not to worry. We'll hand this in with Auric. Good. Put that Garrigan point in to resist all. So we're up to 143 on our Garrigan. It's not huge, but we're making reasonable progress with the leveling as well. And, you know, I'm going to salvage that. Just get it gone. Get it gone. We've only got 16 death breaths, but 135 blood shards. We can go for some boots while we're here.
Well, isn't that
well? As interesting, we don't need Firebird Sari because we've already got an ancient one. We'll salvage that up as well, but not bad for the very first thing that came out of Kadala. Do another Greater Rift. Let's up this to 27, I think. We do need to be pushing towards 30. We'll start upping the difficulty now and getting a bit more used to it. Obviously, we've been very cautious with this. But elite mobs die really quickly anyway, and everything else just keep pummeling until it goes down. Yeah, as long as there's not too many of them playing silly buggers, it'll all be fine. Stand directly on the poison, get you murdered. Perfect. And we're not freezing stuff at the moment, but if we were, then having Rimeheart as a selected cube power wouldn't actually be the dumbest thing in the world. I love spiders. Really, really dislike them, but I want to keep my teleport for getting out of trouble rather than getting into trouble. Certainly for a while we get used to new difficulty. The other thing I'm not doing at the moment is popping my extra meteors and things as we go. I probably should be doing that. Because we don't have any arcane power problems for just running arcane torrent. So generally, the more damage we're doing to mobs, the better it should be for us.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Let's put this point in resource cost reduction. It's good to know that they can't one-shot me at the moment. Periodically, it's good to test these things so you can tell just how dangerous things are for you. And we are getting the damage reduction from Arcane Torrent. We've got Flame Ward on. Ooh, come on, Parliament. Yes, please. Take advantage of this while the going is good.
You dare attack me?
Fire on these guys. Grab all the purple orbs. Man, those clusters of little things, you've really got to watch out for them. They can do quite a bit of damage, can't they? The other thing we want to watch out for is accidentally setting ourselves on fire from sand crawlers, dervishes, and their various ilk. It's a dangerous world out here. Okay, is it up this way? Probably up this way. If not, we can just teleport back down. Good mobs to fight up here at any rate. Juggernaut, his health just vanishes in a fraction of a second. I would say the bigger they are, the harder they fall, but in reality, the bigger they are, the slightly longer that they last, and the more chance we have to set them on fire. Shield pylon, let's have that. So with the shield pylon, we can just like plow through stuff. I don't mind if these guys explode on me. It's not actually enough damage to reset my my teleport, but I'm assuming the shield pylon protects me enough that Illusionist itself won't trigger. So we're making good use of this. Rapidly shooting up onto this edge. 97 seconds. It's going to run out just as we get to the Rift Guardian. It's kind of fun. It's entirely typical as well. Alright, which Rift Guardian do we have today? It is the Bone Warlock. Alright. Let's get them on fire. There we go. Actually trying to shoot round a corner doesn't work. So we've got a ring, a staff, and a belt. Three things that could actually be quite nice. We will put these points into Invigorating Gemstone, Bane of the Trapped, and then we'll start going back along the other way. Come on, Bane of the Trapped. Harrington Wasteguard, what's this one? Rogar's Huge Stone. That's about as useful as a wet fish. And the Smouldering Core. A Smouldering Core could be interesting to have in the cube, but I think the Grand Vizier is the one that we want. Anyway, we'll hand this in with Auric and we'll hop in for another one. So, point there, point there. Harrington Wasteguard, I think we've already got one of Rogar's Huge Stone. We've also got one. So let's have a look. Ring of Royal Grandeur. Maybe we don't have a Rogar's Huge Stone yet. Or a Harrington Wasteguard. Unless I'm being completely blind. No, alright. That stays, this stays, and the Smouldering Core stays. We will eventually go out and we'll just like farm up Death's Breaths for a session and start getting those tucked away. But for the moment we need to save our supplies.
What?
That is too expensive.
I didn't even know I had that thing.
Salvage. Alright, back in for a third one. And we'll up this to 28. Molten Start. Explosive. Once they've stopped exploding at us, we can actually push on. Shield Piling. Good start, although this could actually be bad for us because it could lull us into a false sense of security for how many mobs we can take on and how survivable we are. Still, we can certainly make good progress, which is really what I'm interested in. So grab all of these. Let's find the next pack before run out. And look how fast we are progressing through this. It is almost certainly going to be impractical for us to keep up that speed once it wears off. Come on, where's the next pack? I just wanted another pack. Now, of course, each mob that's burning does increase our damage, which increases every bit of damage to, including that poison cloud that shoots out from us. Right, we're no longer shielded.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
So let's try and be a bit more sensible instead of running straight into the middle of a massive group. No clumping down this way. You die. We'll push on down this way. We'll find someone else to kill. Speed pump. Let's back off a tiny bit.
See me now.
Obviously focusing on the biggest threats first. And then everything else afterwards. But that was pretty effective. Channeling Roland as well, alright. So Channeling Pollen is going to allow us to just keep moving forwards, really. Keeping everything burning. Icy. Let's keep it away from them. Channeling Pollen's about to wear off. So back to just regular speed. And when I say regular speed, I mean regular speed pylon. Actually, just walking around at regular speed. Come on, I want to make this a fast one. Give me more, give me more. Not bad for a GR28 at the moment, I'd say. I know that my brother's done a little bit more of his character, and I saw him running a GR30 earlier, so he's definitely back to being ahead of us as far as progress goes. I suspect he's finished getting the last bits of kit that he needed. course, our problem is always going to be the survivability aspect of it. But as long as we're sensible about what we do, it shouldn't be too much. Who have we got up this way? Let's hurry on to the corner. Nothing up here? Okay. Yeah, this rift has gotten a bit dull, hasn't it? For our Legacy of Nightmares build, I've actually got Death Blossom as the selected option for Arcane Current. I don't know how well that's going to work, how effective it's going to be. Because you can't control where it goes. It could be awesome or it could be really, really bad, but it does like triple damage compared to the other ones. Probably because you can't control where it goes, you know. A little bit of balance. Did not want to get stuck on that corner.
Still waiting.
Pop! Pop goes the Crusader King and we get a dagger out of it. Alright, let's get that IDing, and in the meantime we're going to work on these. Come on, Bane of the Trap. 1, 2, 3. That's not terrible.
I need to go back.
Put that point in. And hand it in with Auric. Get a couple more. And Kadala, you may as well give us some boots while we're here.
My father would be proud.
Ice climbers again. Yeesh. Right, we'll put these 2 points in. Big Sticker can just go. Ice climbers, I'm pretty certain we've already got one. That's why I said ice climbers again. Yeah, there they are. So they can be salvaged up there. And I think that's probably going to be where I have to call this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's only been like 3. In fact, let's do one more regular rift just to finish it off. And we'll up the difficulty to Torment 7. Because we should be able to survive at that level. So, game settings. And this will be what we finish on. Hopefully this will get us some tasty, tasty death's breaths.
Unleash your power.
And everything's got a lot of health. You can tell that instantly. But comparatively, we have been... Let's back off a little bit. We have been increasing the difficulty of stuff as we've been going along. So I think, overall, we'll be alright as long as I've said many, many times, as long as we're just a bit sensible about what we do. And don't kill ourselves for the sake of it. Then it should be all good. And there is no rush for us to get through this, so there is no reason for us to overextend unnecessarily. What are we up to? 10%. 10% is alright.
So good, I astound myself.
Nice group all burning to death. Now eventually we're going to be much, much closer to the mobs as we're fighting them, relying on the Halo of Arlis to keep stuff frozen, to keep our damage reduction up. But until we get that, there's no reason for us to be anywhere near them. Stay right, like, far away and deal with them at range. Especially if they get stuck around fences and the like. Yeah, jumping, slashing dudes. Another Death's Breath. Enlightened Triumph, a little bit more experience. That's good. And crossing the bridge. Oh, that dude just like wandered straight through the black hole. Just like, nope, I don't care about this. PARAGON 115. And a shield pylon, that'll help no end. So we can actually afford to cluster things nicely. It can be a really efficient build, this, as long as there's any form of elite or goblin in the area. Then your damage and damage reduction just shoot up. I mean, even though they've got that much more health, once they're burning, they just go. Does feel a little bit schizophrenic to build though sometimes, because you'll be running around and going up against like a tiny, tiny little mob, and yeah, you'll be doing damage to it, but not much. And then you come up against an elite, and it's just like, nope, everything dies. Everything dies. That's why we need filters both, so that we can improve our single target damage. Okay, gotta watch out for little poison things. Poison and ranged mobs. We don't want to get ourselves in a dangerous position. And I certainly did not mean to use this teleport there. Luckily it comes back pretty damn quickly at this level. Everything doing so much damage all the time. Get him burning and then apply a bit of damage to everything. Love it! And I'm loving the Death's Breaths that we're getting out of this. Very much so. It makes me feel happy. Grab this. Giant turkey. Now while I'm doing this, I'm not actually watching the level of burning that's happening. But if you watch down at the action bar down the bottom, you can see the number of stacks that we end up getting as stuff gets set on fire. And it's like 2 or maybe 3 most of the time. And then stuff dies. But the more that's burning, the more damage we do to everything. So it's a very good way of us being able to scale up through the difficulties without needing much more. All we need is survivability, really. Because every additional mob that ends up burning increases our damage. And there is a limit, of course, it only goes up to 20 times. 20 times is still pretty damn huge. And if you think each torment level increases mob damage by, I think it's 17% health and damage. All we need to do each time is just get another mob going. Mathematically, anyway. In reality, it's a bit more difficult than that, but on paper, the numbers add up. PARAGON 151. We are doing alright as far as these go. Everything burns to death. It is slightly terrifying standing in the middle of stuff that's not dying, knowing that we're quite fragile. And we don't have the Halo of Armies. Hello. Very quickly take care of them. And we are getting pretty close to the Good Guardian time. What are we up to now? 96%. Back off from the massive explosions. That'll be enough to push us over what's going on down there. Clear these. Bloodmore is gone. A walk in the park. And we got a Death's Breath out of him. Well, that's absolutely lovely.
I need to go back.
Okay, let's put these in over here. And we'll hand this in with Auric.
Impressive.
Now that did actually give us enough to upgrade something, but I'm going to hold off on that until next time, I think. Thank you very much for watching. It has, as always, been a pleasure, and I do hope that you tune in for the next episode. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you do so, you'll be notified when the next videos go live. Otherwise, I will see you next time for some more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.